Meet the team. He is a dedicated artisan and pacifist, basing his trade and skills in nonviolent training. She is a warrior, carving her way across the world through combat and grace. Together, without being able to trade with or get assistance from any other players, they must attain the rarest skill cape in the game, an untrimmed Slayer cape. The catch? He is forever forbidden from training combat skills, while those combat skills are the only skills that she can train. In this restricted world, is it possible to achieve their goal? Let's find out together. This is 2 Noobs, 1 Cape. Good day, folks. We're headed on up to Berthorpe to get our second Slayer task on the Slayer account. And our second Slayer task will be cows. That's actually really shit. Why is a cow's task shit? Because they go moo. Literally. The timer which allows cows to say moo overhead actually interrupts the poison timer, which renders damage to an NPC. This means that poison is actually overridden by the cows themselves saying moo. As a result, I can't use poison for this task. Okay, so plans have changed a little bit because of the cows task. It's actually made me think about a couple of things that I might want to do differently anyway. So what we're going to do is switch tack. We're going to move straight on to a bunch of questing, at least on the skiller side. And we are going to get help with that from our Slayer by doing Priest in Peril. We're going to gain a little bit of attack experience, but that should be offset, and the cows task should also be offset doing straight up by what we're going to do later on. Meanwhile, on the skiller, I'm also going to start doing some questing for early game, and we're going to start off doing that by doing Cook's Assistant quest. There is one slight risk with me doing Priest in Peril, which is just that by unlocking Mauritania, I do unlock a lot of Slayer monsters that I wouldn't otherwise have, such as Aberrant Specters, such as Abyssal Demons. Obviously, I need the requisite Slayer level to get to those anyway, so it's not going to be that big of a deal early. Later on, I might get them before I'm, so to speak, ready for them. It's just going to be what it is, and we're going to get it done. Remember, kids, don't forget your weapon before you start running to Mauritania. That's Cook's Assistant completed, and that's Recipe for Disaster started. Alright, doggy, huzzah! Come hither. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, didn't quite get it. That's okay. We'll just go in again. There we go. Doggy down. Sorry, doggy. Oh snap, I gained a hit points level. It's actually a good thing in the end. It's a good thing. We just want to keep it below Slayer. Rold's reading us the Riot Act right now. Yeah, we kind of deserve that, to be honest with you. This could, like, conceivably be the last time I ever come into the Rune Essence Mine. Mining is hard work, though, so I might just have a break and throw back a cold one with the boys. Oh, boys left. I ain't got no boys. So have 22 of these, and then I'm gonna grab the rest, which is a full inventory, and then hitch a ride. They said to bring a rune pouch. Well, I'm bringing my best rune pouch right there. My boy. We're gonna hop inside and see how this one goes and try to what? I thought he was a mage. Are you not a mage? You're a monk. I thought yeah. And poison. Go. Yes. Ha ha. Oh shoot. All right. He might regen too fast for this. Oh boy. I don't know that it's gonna go down fast enough, and I don't have food. It is going down. It's probably not gonna go down fast enough. The things that I will do to avoid running back to a bank for food. Skiller's like, okay guys, why can't I come in? Are you coming out again? I just got this creepy guy in a robe. Hit him? Nope. Bad prayer. Run again. Bye-bye. If I'm lucky, I got new poison on. Oh, I totally did. And my plugin broke, but I repoisoned him. Oh, that was lucky. Well, I gotta go again for a lucky hit, I guess. And I got poison again. Oh, but I died. Oh, but I died. Huh? Wait, I thought you were inside. Yeah, don't worry about it. So I was entirely recording the wrong screen, but I died again, and so help me God, if I can't get it this time, I might just have to give up. Don't say a fucking word. Alright, I can't fucking tell you how long that took. I don't want to talk about why there's no rune essence in my inventory. I got the key. That's all that matters. I don't want to talk about it. This is my last trip to the Rune Essence Mine, he said. I'll never have to come here again, he said. I guess on the plus side, that's 15 mining. And 1 batch. And 2 batch. And that is finally this shit completed. So the whole reason I did Priest in Peril and did it this early was because this Canifus Meat Emporium over here with Rufus is the only place that sells all 4 meats that are required for Druidic Ritual. And after all that shit I just went through, the much better option would have just been to swallow the experience and kill 4 of these things off task. Whatever, it's done. No. We got through Priest in Peril, which means the road is clear for the Skiller to quest. Meanwhile, our Slayer is free to head back to slaying, first at cows, but later on hopefully with more favorable tasks. I'm beginning to strategize the mid-game climb towards 99 Slayer, and I'm going to need research, knowledge, and patience to get to the Untrimmed Slayer Cape at the end. But I'm also going to need a lot of gems. Gems for Rings of Recoil, gems for transportation jewelry, gems for best in slot gear. Gems and getting a lot of them is going to be pivotal for these 2 noobs. I'll get plenty of them through Slayer drops, but that's not a reliable enough source. We're going to have to deploy our Skiller once again and continuously going forward to build up a substantial surplus of gems. Now I can get them through mining gem rocks, but that's locked behind the Shiloh Village quest. Just like something else is, but nobody pay attention to that, okay? Which is possible at level 3, but I don't currently have the resources I need to give it an attempt. Furthermore, the distribution from mining them isn't favorable towards the more valuable gems that I'll need. A simpler and much easier alternative is to look for inspiration not from the ground, but to the sky. Shooting stars fall to Gilanor several times an hour across different worlds, and collecting Stardust will allow me to cash it in at Dusuri's Star Shop for bags of gems, which are cheap, easy, and AFK to acquire. I can only mine a few levels of stars right now, but the more I mine, the higher my mining level, the more star levels I'll unlock, the more Stardust I'll acquire. The Slayer's free to keep on the upward chug as best she can right now. Meanwhile, our goal for the episode is simple. Acquire our first bag of gems on the accounts. It's cow time. That experience told me that I need to hit above all else, so I'm getting attacked for a while. Alright, there's a cow kill. There's not going to be too much to this, you know, I'm just going to kill some cows and I'll see in a bit. 9 Slayer has arrived. And that's the task completed. We've got a couple other things to do before we get on to doing the next task. Before we get to do that, we can go and grab what that next task will be. And our next task from Terrail will be birds. I think I can work with that. The Skiller, that's Gertrude's cat, completed. Oh, there's the pop-up. I was wondering where that was. And I've got a little kitten. Oh, that's so cute. And importantly, my cooking level is now 13, so I can now cook a red berry pie and do Knight's Sword quest. Knight's Sword, Druidic Ritual, and Jungle Potion complete. That gets me close enough to level 10, our short-term goal, that we can do it through other means. Let's meet up with our Slayer buddy and do some co-ed activities. So together we're going to do X marks the spot, which gives us a fat XP lamp that we're going to drop promptly on Herblore, which gets us to 10, which is the requirement for the dig site quest, which we're going to do next, and also on 10 Slayer, which means we're able to kill cave crawlers now. Nice. And then right after X marks the spot, we're going to hop over to Korend and take care of Client of Korend as well for another couple of fat XP lamps. So I've decided to do my birds task over at Terror Birds in the Tree Gnome Stronghold because they have a relatively high amount of hit points for something that I can kill at this level. So my technique is to draw them out of this gate, prayer flicking all the while, and stab them a couple times until they get poisoned, missing flicks all the time of course. And then once they are poisoned, hopping on this other side of the gate and closing it so they can't hit me back. Then I just gotta wait for them to die. Easy game. And there's 15 Slayer, which means I can now kill Banshees in the Slayer Tower. Very nice. Over on the Skiller, I'm in Ardoin, completing Plague City. Kind of getting 20 mining as an afterthought. And shortly here, I'm going to start Biohazard. So to progress in this quest any further in Biohazard, we need to kill this Mourner. And rather than actually doing any damage, or at least hoping that I won't do any damage, I'm going to let the recoil do the job for me. I have plenty of food. I have to take, I believe, 15 hits to get this done. I should have enough food for that. Let's see if we can do it. I think 1 or 2 more hits should do it. There we go, Mourner down. Meanwhile, 16 Slayer. And that is finally Biohazard complete. which is really important because it means that I can finally enter the West Ardu training grounds, which is super important because it means that I finally completed all the easy tasks in the Ardoin diary. I get another antique lamp, which is going straight onto Herblore if I can. I can't. Must not be. Hold that thought. But even more importantly than the antique lamp, I get the Ardu Cloak 1, which gives me unlimited teleports to the Ardoin Monastery, which is just absolutely game-changing for the account. It means I've got an easy way to recharge my prayer all the way up from 0 to full. Well, never mind that. At least I have easy access to a fairy ring that I'll be able to use to get all... Never mind, at least I have easy access to a spirit tree, which I'll be able to use to... Whatever then. At least I don't have to pay 30 coins every time to get to Ardoin. That'll save me boatloads of cash over the course of my account, I'm sure. So in my ongoing attempts to blitz through Bon Voyage as quickly as possible, it's time to start the dig site. I'm literally 4 times dry for a specimen brush right now, and I'm almost dead. But okay, count check for 15 Herblore. RNG evens out. This quest sucked. But it did get a couple levels anyway, I guess. And now that it's finished, I really don't have anything left on the to-do list as far as quests go on the skiller. So I'm just going to be mining stars when they land and running agility laps when they don't. And our next task is... Son of a bitch! Because cows really have hide thick enough to protect them from poison. Hide which is coveted to craft endgame armor across the spectrum. Fine then. Just ruin my plans. Next up we have... Oh, yes! Yes! I mean, it'd be even better if we'd gotten superiors at this point, but can't complain about that. We're gonna go do it, and we're gonna have a good time with this one. We're gonna try this straight up. Me going in with a iron dagger and just clocking these boys in the face. Oh, yes, don't mind if I do. Positively lovely. How about that? That's a juicy reward for that right there. All right, come here, yon crawling hands. Oh, yes. Oh, this will do nicely. There, the poison took. Very nice. 19 Slayer. 25 agility. Just kidding, 27 agility. I wasn't quite paying attention, but we just got 20 Slayer. And there it is. Task complete. Next up, acceptable. So we're trying something new here in the catacombs, where in multi, if I can make my prayer last long enough, I can attack everyone, get them poisoned, and let it all drain down simultaneously. Hopefully this will speed up tasks a lot. Okay, so my enthusiasm from the previous clip may have been premature. Since then, I've had a lot of trouble getting these things poisoned. I died once, I got no kills once. This might not be as good of a technique as I was hoping it would be. It'll have to service me anyway through the end of this task.
30 agility. Varrock is in my future. And here we are buying our first bag of gems and our second bag of gems too, which is the episode goal. We are done. Let's open up and see what we get. Not a bad haul for our first two. There's a lot more of that in our future. And our spoils here will take us all the way up to 23 crafting. So after completing that skeletons task, I decided to come to the Chaos Altar and grab 3 prayer levels so that I could get level 20 combat, which will allow me to get my next task from Majna and start getting some Slayer points. The last level here was gained with the rather ominous pile of bones with a single rune arrow sitting right next to me. So, but I didn't see a single person though, so could have been much worse. We've laid a great foundation in this episode, and we've got tons to do next time, but it will be next time that we do those tons. With our unbagged gems in hand, we're gonna call it a day. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you out there.